Right, Paul, 5 players in so far. Trevor Carson, I think everyone accepted that he was off, so that's been done. What can you tell us the latest on player recruitment or movement?
I've just got back from a week's holiday in Mallorca, John, and the emails have been fairly busy, and Gary's been on holiday as well. So not a lot has happened in terms of player signings, obviously, but there's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes to try and do some deals, both in terms of looking at some of the existing players who, perhaps maybe looking at clubs elsewhere, which helps free up some budget to bring some new players in. So I spoke to Gary a couple of days ago, and on Saturday in fact, and he's gone through a few of the signings that he's hoping to put to bed in the next week or so, which are exciting. Good players who are hungry, at the right age, and looking to push on and work with an experienced manager like Gary. So there's no doubt in my mind that the appointment of Gary is a really fantastic catalyst to get the right quality players we need here. As I say, players who actually want to be here and the right calibre of player. So I can't mention the names. It'd be wrong to do that. I'll be accused by fans of setting expectations and they don't happen, and B, it's just not right until we've done those things. So I would hope that by the end of the week there might be another signing or two. Obviously with Trevor going to Hartlepool, that's the best kept secret, I think, that one. But that gives us some definites in terms of budget and the goalkeeping position. So I'm sure there'll be some news. I mean, Gary's got someone in mind for that, and I know we're all keen to know who these names are, but they'll all come out in the fullness of time. We're still in June, and the first friendlies are some weeks away yet. So I'm confident that there's some good signings still to be had. And quite a lot of player movement generally still to be had.
Yeah, with 5 in, can you put a rough figure on how many more you think Gary would ideally like to bring in?
It's very tight. It's because the budget is so tight. We're almost at a stage now where we've got to be moving players out to bring players in. We're constantly looking at the playing budget to see if we can do anything else to increase it. It's been a lot of turmoil, I have to say. Both on and off the field in the close season with staff. A lot of staffing situations have still not been resolved, and that's partly because we don't want to make people redundant. We want to try and work around situations, but there are some key staff that are looking to move on, and that is taking up a lot of time. So it's an awful lot that's still got to be sorted. That's one of the reasons I'm working at the club, and John Biff is up in the boardroom working at the moment, and so the directors are very much hands-on, but we are looking to deal with some very difficult situations at all areas of the club. But the positive thing is that the playing side and the managerial side, as far as I know, is looking great, and Gary's, as I say, identifying some good players. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're in a great position to kick on. There are lots of positives, and I'm sort of half me is sort of got on one hand in my head is things that are issues we've still got to resolve. On the other hand, there's an awful lot that has been resolved that we can move forward on, and that's what we've got to do.
Yeah, let's talk about commercial situation at the moment. We've announced that over 900 season tickets have been sold, which is a great figure at this stage. I know how pleased you are with that. Yeah. So tell us a bit about what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, I think 903 when I left for holiday, so I don't know whether any more have come in the last few days. I did actually get a text from somebody on holiday saying, following my phone call to them, they're going to be renewing, and so is his brother. So that's about 905 we're up to now. So we've got a few more to tie up through the various corporate sponsors, so I actually think we're probably up to about 920, 925 now. So it would be amazing if we could get to the 1,000 and someone then will be in for the prize draw to win £5,000. But certainly someone's going to be in for £2,500, and I think had anybody said we'll be on 900 season tickets, we'd all have been chuffed and putting their hands up and perhaps looked at them and thinking they're a bit mad. So I think that's a great result, and thank you so much for all the fans who've shown faith in the club that they support.
Yeah, there's a new stands sponsor set to be announced for this May stand here. Can you say any more about that at this stage?
No, just a local company. Not done any sponsorship with the football club before, and something which a deal we did over a pint and a curry, which is always a good way to do deals. So that's going to be announced shortly. And also we've got some news to announce on the Hazelwood stand and the Thompson Bank stand too. So that's good, and obviously all the shirt sponsorships are sorted, and it has all been good actually. John Finnegan and Julianne are working hard. John's landed a really good new sponsorship, which we'll be talking about shortly. But we still got to sort out the home end sponsorship at Bristol Street Motors. That's outstanding, under discussions at the moment. We need a new sponsor for these dugouts, which I think is a really good high profile sponsorship, so we'd like to get that one sorted out. We're talking to somebody about the short sponsorship, but again that's not quite put to bed yet, but hopefully will be. But the good news is that on the cricket we filled the marquee. We've got our 80, in fact we've got just over 80 people coming to the cricket now, so I'm now looking to get a bigger marquee, which is fantastic actually. I think in previous years we probably struggled to get to the 80. This year we've exceeded that now, so people will still be able to come along to the cricket for 60 quid including a VAT for a great day at the cricket. Gary will be there, Russell, hopefully a couple of players, nice bit of lunch and some coffee on arrival and a bit of tea and cake in the afternoon. I think it'll be a really nice occasion for all the supporters and some of the sponsors and the manager and the directors to all mix and enjoy a relaxing day watching cricket instead of football.
Yep, other events coming up, the sponsors evening and the open day both coming up during the pre-season period.
There's a lot going on. The sponsors evening on the 21st of July, that's before the Sheffield United fixture, so we're sort of finalising details of that now. The open day I think on 2nd of August down at Seasons, so Clive Gowing is doing a great job on putting that together. And I've got lots of meetings this week with potential sponsors, and both old and new, so I'm hoping that we can put to bed a few more sponsorships, perhaps with some more advertising boards or a bit of web advertising. So it is a busy time. Obviously the fixtures come out in the next couple of weeks, that's an exciting time, and to see how they're going to pan out. And then obviously the big job then is to start selling those match sponsorships. The other thing that we're doing is the kit sponsorships, of course, and that's starting to tick over now. And again, Clive's doing a good job coordinating that. So all in all, we are in really good shape. As I say, we can just sort out some of the important issues that we've got off the field as a consequence of relegation, and then we'll be in a fine fettle. But I can't thank enough all the people that have volunteered and got stuck in lots of different areas of the football club and the social. I'm just going to have a look at the social club in a minute, because they're doing a great job on that. And I'm off down to Seasons later to see where we are with that and what work needs doing down at the training ground. So I think we're a bit behind schedule there. But all in all, it's a busy time.
Let's finish with the pitch, Paul, because you mentioned it earlier, but Groundsman, as everyone can see, is working on it as we speak, and it's looking very healthy, isn't it, at this stage?
Yeah, no, it is. I think we've listened to the Groundsman. We haven't got any home fixtures here now till that 21st of July match, so this is going to give the grass a lot more time to bed in. And fortunately, we've had a good old English summer so far with lots of rain, and I think that's helped. It's looking very, very. Well, you can see, John, it's looking very thick and lush at the moment, and the grass is growing and the groundsman's cutting it. It's hopefully going to give us a decent playing surface, which is what the fans really want, which Gary really wants, because the sort of players he's trying to bring to the football club are players who want to sort of express themselves and play some football. And I think that was difficult last year, let's make no bounds about it, but hopefully this year, with the new equipment we bought thanks to the 500 club, that's going to help us look after the pitch best than we've managed to do in previous years. And of course, Terry's an award-winning groundsman, so there's absolutely no reason why, with a bit more understanding perhaps from the board and the players and the management, and that we can't get this pitch looking as good as it used to be.